You sold our house. I wanted to have my babies in my own home.
Carrie, I will buy you a new house just as soon as we can afford it.
Well, I'd got it all planned and I needed it. And they just finished painting the nursery.
Oh, I know. Well, I felt the same way before Andrew was born.
Are you okay? What, more practice contractions?
No, I think this is the real thing.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry about the books.
Shh.
Sorry.
Which ones are yours? Oh, these. Just read for relaxation, do you?
They're not mine.
They weren't on the trolley.
No, I mean, they're the ones I'm getting out, but, you know, not for me. People in hospital.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah.
Suppose you can't force taste on the sick.
No way.
And there's not exactly a wide range in the big print section.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Shame, really. Some of them probably appreciate good literature.
I reckon.
I work here after school, so if you get a patient wanting something worth reading, ask for Olivia.
I mean, fancy kissing Kirsty like that in public, in reception.
I think it's yummy.
Well, it's indiscreet, that's what it is. Not to mention inconsiderate. She wasn't due to leave for another 10 minutes. I mean, I can't have this happening every day.
Who's the guy? He looks familiar.
Oh, he's a specialist. He rents our premises.
Wow, he's a doctor.
Oh, Mr. actually, Shane Raskin. They were together at your party.
Oh, no wonder I didn't see much of her or him. Just how long has this been going on and why hasn't she told me about it?
Oh, don't ask me. But if you want my opinion, he's far too old for her.
Oh, what's wrong with that? I mean, look at me and Leonard.
Oh, Leonard's different.
I'm going to have to talk to my muffin, aren't I, about this Catholicness thing.
Well, if you're going to get married in a church, yes. I'll tell you what, why don't you pop around after work and we'll have a quiet chat?
You sure that's okay?
Be my pleasure.
Okay.
Can we have some help here, please?
Oh, heavens.
What is it?
Contractions and they're not fake.
Marge, can you page Mrs. Raskin? I didn't think she was due for ages.
She's not. She's only 7 months.
Major emergency, man. You gotta help me.
What have you done now?
What is it? Nothing. Nick, you just said it was an emergency.
Cops after you again?
No, it's nothing illegal. It's just... What is it? I'm in love. Oh, yeah? Well, anyone we know? No, and I intend to keep it that way. Especially where you're concerned.
What makes you think Stuart would be interested?
Olivia's a major babe.
Olivia.
Yeah. Mega brains, man. What am I going to do? Oh, just be yourself.
That'll give it the kiss of death.
Oh, come on, guys. This is seriously serious. How am I going to get her to like me?
Lie. Tell her she's gorgeous.
Then what?
Listen to her. Be interested. Talk.
Oh, yeah, right. She want to talk about books. She's right into books. Oh, well, there you go. See, no problem. Good books, Nielsen. Real heavy literature stuff. Well, that's fine. She can, broaden your horizons then, mate. But I don't read books. I read comics. And somehow I don't think Olivia's going to be wobbling at the knees at my intimate knowledge of Judge Dredd and Johnny Fartpants.
Your waters haven't broken. Both fetal pulses are good. Contractions are strong and regular.
Well, am I about to deliver or what?
At this stage, we don't know.
Specimen's gone for lab, and prelim tests indicate a urinary tract infection.
Oh, that's all I need.
Probably what caused the premature labour. That's the most common cause.
Look, I know all that. I also know that at 31 weeks, their chances of survival are 50-50, so what happens next?
We start you on antibiotics for the infection and IV salbutamol to try and stop the labour. They can take it from there.
They? Who's they?
Central. We'll have to transfer you.
No!
Carrie, we don't have the facilities.
Look, you're my doctor. I don't want anyone else.
But we're not set up to deal with premature births.
Look, you just said that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, we're going to try and stop it, but I can't get...
No, I'm not going to Central.
Oh, Marge. Delicious.
I'm so glad about your engagement. Now, tell me, have you decided on a date and have you got the arrangements underway?
Well, not really. Have we, Muffin?
Well, it'll take a bit of thinking about, especially if you want a church wedding. Now,
But
when
we-
Tom and...
We don't
Don't what?
want a church wedding.
I do.
Why?
I'm Italian. That's traditional, Leonard.
You do both believe in God.
Of course.
Leonard?
God means different things to different people. As a scientist, I can't accept the notion of God as a causal entity, a motivating force which makes things happen. No. Spiritual need exists, undoubtedly, and particle physics helps explain our integration into the universe as a whole. I find myself believing that a grand unifying theory will replace the need of a God.
Well, you've obviously given this a great deal of thought, and as it so happens, I've got something here to help you think about it further. You see, when Tom and I got engaged, he was Presbyterian, and that book was of enormous help to him. In fact, it was the cornerstone of his conversion.
Conversion? I don't want to be converted. What's going on?
Nothing. It's just that, well, we realised that this thing needed to be sorted out, and so Marge offered to help.
I see.
Leonard, Marge has gone to a lot of trouble.
I'm sorry, but I seem to have accepted your hospitality under false pretenses. Excuse me.
I'm so sorry about that, Marge.
Carrie, how are you feeling?
Oh, box of lovies. Oh, God!
Linda. So how is she?
Improving. I've got her on nitrofurantoin and ibusalbutamol.
The waters haven't broken then?
Well, I'd hardly have kept her here if they had.
No, but she's still got a 50-50 chance of delivering, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not set up for prems. We've got no obstetric or neonatal facilities.
I know that, but she flatly refuses to move. If you want to argue it with her, you can.
She's in no state to make a rational judgment.
And making her more upset is not going to help. How about we keep her here for another couple of hours? If it looks like it could go either way, we'll transfer her, even if I have to drive that ambulance myself.
Fine.
No!
How dare you behave like that in front of Marge, Leonard?
The two of you ambushed me. I will not be dictated to by the Catholic mafia.
We needed to discuss it, Leonard!
In front of Marge? How dare you just assume I'd want a church wedding?
Look, you left the planning up to me, Leonard. You said I could do whatever I wanted.
Yes, Gina, that was food and frocks. That did not include the right to reconstruct my most basic beliefs.
Oh, and you know it all, do you?
Of course not. But I do know that your papist dogmas are based on fear and ignorance. These days, we know much more about how things work and why things happen.
Baloney, Leonard! Overpopulation, pollution, instant coffee! Science has a lot to answer for. Look, maybe it's time we got back to basics. Rediscovered some of the ancient wisdoms, don't you think?
I agree in principle, Pumpkin. Just so long as your ancient wisdoms don't include primitive superstitions.
Oh, like what?
Like eternal fires in hell, angelic choirs in heaven, transubstantiation.
Oh, I hate you, Leonard. You're impossible.
I'm impossible. Ha!
Good, you'd left for the night.
Yeah, I was going to. Then I realised I couldn't until I knew Carrie was out of danger.
Me too. You know, times like this makes you appreciate just how valuable people are. Want a coffee?
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, I heard a whisper the computer virus had come back.
Yeah, it had. But it's under control. I don't expect any more problems.
How can you be so sure?
We tracked down the culprit.
Really? Who?
Carrie.
Carrie?
The virus was on a game Andrew had given her.
A game. Our director of nursing plays computer games.
She was absolutely furious when I took it off her.
I'll bet.
My checkbook is not in here. Thank you. How's Carrie?
And that's what we're waiting to find out.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
How is she?
Is she out of danger?
Not quite. The contractions are irregular still. But there's no loss of amniotic fluid.
Have the baby's pulse rates come down at all?
No, they're still sitting around about 200.
What does that mean?
It means we cross our fingers and wait. You off?
Yeah, I just came in to get my checkbook.
Sorry I got paged away.
No, it's okay. I'm getting used to eating by myself. I'll bring a book next time. You won't be free later.
Afraid not till Carrie's clear. I'll walk you out.
Are they,
Well, they were at the party together.
Well, no offence, but she's hardly in his league.
And don't underestimate Kirsty. She's got more up here than most men I know.
Well, you've cleaned up. Where is everything?
Was going to do the dishes, but there was no detergent.
Yeah, Kirsty and I are going shopping tomorrow.
Well, a bit more forward planning wouldn't go amiss.
Hey, you call it a wild guess, but you're in a bad mood, right?
Yes, I am. You're looking at a recovering God Squad survivor.
Sorry?
I won't say any more. Your mother's part of the problem.
Oh, well, I'm the best person to talk to, 18 years experience.
Gina wants a full church wedding, the whole Catholic catastrophe, and your mother is trying to convert me.
Well, don't listen to Mum. She's not exactly at the cutting edge of modern theology. The church is quite liberal on that these days.
And what makes you the expert?
I was going to be a priest.
You? I would have thought you had more sense.
Don't be too quick to judge. There's a lot of committed people out there doing some good things for the church.
So why didn't you join up?
Couldn't make sense of it, finally. Had to think for myself.
My point exactly. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Now, if I gave away that right, that responsibility to some institution, I'd give away myself, and by the same token, I will not give over my children. Gina's a prime example of their brainwashing. What do they say? Once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
Yeah, but they also say love conquers all, don't they? And anyway, I mean, isn't Gina entitled to her beliefs just as much as you are?
If it's not just conditioning, if she truly believes, I'm not sure whether that'd be better or worse. No, there is no way I will be a hypocrite and compromise my beliefs and values just to get married in a church.
What are you saying? You're not going to marry Gina?
Only on my terms.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Chris came around today to get some of his stuff, so if your room looks different, that's why.
Oh, great. That'll be the next thing. Chris will want his room back. Well, he better give me 1 month's notice or else. I mean, what is it about me? Why do they have to be such control freaks?
What, trouble in Snuggle Muffin Land?
It's not funny. Leonard and I are on opposite sides of a deep, dark chasm that just can't be bridged.
Again? But you guys are so right for each other.
Really? According to which pope?
Look, if you two hit the skids, there's no hope for any of us.
Thanks, that helps a lot. If that's Leonard...
I refuse to say you're not here.
Well, if he's come to beg for forgiveness, well, then I'll consider being here.
That's big of you. Sir Bruce.
Honey, sorry it's a bit late. I've been at a meeting. May I?
Be my guest.
Thanks. Have you heard from Chris lately?
Not in a little while, no.
Margot's a bit worried. You know what mothers are.
Well, he's bound to be in touch soon.
I've been expecting to hear from you, too, about the job offer.
I've been mulling it over.
Well, I understand you need time. I don't want to pressure you, but this project's much bigger than just the two of us. There's major investors involved. I wonder if I shouldn't organize a bit of a get-together. Nothing formal.
Sure. What do you have in mind?
How are you feeling?
Oh, hot and sweaty.
Contractions?
None for an hour.
Promising. Well, don't mutter. What's the story?
A definite improvement.
What does this mean? You can reduce the salbutamol?
Keep it leveled off for another hour. If it stabilises, reduce it.
So she's out of danger?
Let's just say room for cautious optimism.
Aha! Well, can I give her a hug?
What do you reckon?
Yeah, as long as it's not too racy.
Great stuff. Look, I'll leave you to it. If anything unexpected happens, call me.
Sure.
Get out of here, you lot.
Thanks, Meredith. Give her our love. Bye. Carrie's fine. Exhausted, but fine.
Oh, thank heavens.
Oh, Nick, you're up. And dressed.
So?
It's Saturday. 2 eggs?
What?
With your sausages and bacon.
No thanks, I'm not hungry.
But breakfast's the most important meal of the day.
Well, you could do without the cholesterol. How about a bit of fruit, Nick?
Charles Dickens. He wrote real classics, eh?
He certainly did. Why?
Just interested.
Is this some homework or something?
Sort of. What sort of books were you into when you were at school?
Oh, let's see. Anne of Green Gables.
Or Little Women.
Owls Do Cry.
Lorna Doone.
Yeah, but are these what brainy chicks are into?
That's what we liked.
Brainy chicks, Mum. Like real brainy.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Well, Jane Austen stood the test of time. Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park.
And there's George Eliot, the Bronte sisters.
Yeah, but what's the best?
All right.
Fine. Go back to sleep.
Meredith, thanks for letting me stay here. Central wouldn't have been a good idea.
Central would have been a fine idea if you'd needed it. Don't you think it's time you decided where and how you're going to have these babies?
Guess so. Been putting it off.
Why? It's not like you to leave everything to the last minute. You haven't even started antenatal classes.
I know.
So what's cooking?
You think I'm stupid?
Try me.
I'm terrified. It's all getting too real.
Most women feel the same way. You'd be the first to tell them there's no point in avoiding the issue.
Yes, Dr. Fleming. I don't know. I want these babies so much. I suppose I don't want to tempt fate.
Oh, you mean if you take an umbrella it's going to rain? You'd feel much better if you started planning things. We can only do so much. You've got heaps of control over this. You can have your babies any way you want. You've just got to make some decisions.
Yeah.
And you've got me and Shane for the duration, okay?
Thanks.
Hey. Sorry about the lecture.
Don't be, I deserve it. Hey, do I get to have some sleep now, Doc?
You sure do. I've told Declan he can't come until after lunch. Marge and Jenny send their love. Hey, everything's gonna be fine.
I've got this crisis. You see, I desperately want to get married in a church, and Leonard won't hear of converting.
Well, who says he has to?
Marge.
Oh, not these days, as I understand it. Intermarriage is perfectly acceptable.
In a church?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, what about the way you bring up your children? Aren't there some special rules about that?
Oh, yeah. Now, I've got a social worker mate who's also a priest. We were talking about it the other day.
Leonard has been so tunnel-visioned and stubborn and bloody-minded.
As long as the Catholic partner shares their faith with the children, I think that's how it goes.
Shares their faith?
Yeah.
And that's all?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Mr. Leonard, immovable object Dodds, can hardly object to that. Thank you very much, Guy. You're a darling.
No. Hey, any chance of a sausage roll?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Olivia, all right?
Oh, George Eliot. Looks like you found a patient who can read.
Actually, it's for me.
I love Middlemarch. Dorothea's my all-time favourite heroine.
Oh, George is an awesome writer, eh?
Silas Marner's wonderful too. Have you read Daniel Deronda?
I still reckon George Eliot's the best. Didn't he write the Bronte sisters? That was awesome.
George Eliot's a woman. Her real name was Marian Evans. She had to write under a nom de plume to get herself published.
I knew that.
And the Bronte sisters were writers too.
Yeah, I'm not really into novels, especially the older stuff. I'm more of a poetry freak.
Not a soppy romantic, I hope.
Nah. More your retro gothic cyberpunk sort of.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to make like a banana and split. Spot you.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks.
Good morning, Leonard.
Is it? Good morning.
Well, at least somebody got out of the right side of bed this morning.
Would it be tempting fate to plan lunch today?
Yes, but what's life without a few risks?
How's Carrie?
Oh, sleeping, I hope.
Good. I'll poke my nose in.
Like the specs. Congratulations, Kirsten. What for? Oh, Shane Devaine's face furniture. I assume you had something to do with it.
Sort of.
I'm not here, I've gone. I'm at home, horizontal. Boy.
Fleming, I need your advice about something. Care to drop by the flat on your way home for coffee?
Yeah, sure. Suppose I could stay awake for another couple of hours.
I'll see you there.
Bye.
Pager, Kirsty?
Oh, honey. You seen this? That Save St. Catherine's Action Group has lost their case against Sir Bruce Warner.
Too bad.
I guess this means a new clinic will be going ahead, huh?
Firebomb it, I say.
I can appreciate those sentiments.
I reckon St. Catherine should reopen and stay public. I mean, not everyone can afford private hospitals.
Competition meant to be healthy, isn't it?
I wonder exactly what Warner's up to. You heard anything?
Nothing specific, no.
Do you reckon he'll be heading it himself?
Oh, no. He'll headhunt some young hotshot for sure, don't you think?
No idea.
Yeah, well, if you hear anything, let me know. We need to keep up with the play on this one.
Hello, Muffin. Good news. Marge got it all wrong. You don't have to get converted, but I can still have my church wedding as long as I promise to share my faith with our children. But I mean, they can make up their own minds anyway once they grow up.
So the church can still have them at an early age?
No, because I mean, you get to share your ideas as well.
Well, what's the point if you're filling their minds with ritualistic mumbo-jumbo?
It's not mumbo-jumbo! Okay, look. Why are we letting these non-existent kids who we haven't even thought about ruin our lives before we even start? Let's just consider ourselves for a minute. I mean, the point is, I can still have my church wedding and you don't have to change one single bit.
Gina, I'd be taking vows of commitment in a temple crammed full of icons and images in front of a God I don't even believe in. Is that the way you want to start our marriage?
Is there something wrong with that?
Of course there is.
Oh, Jesus Giuseppe Maria! I came here willing to compromise, and you're not prepared to budge 1 inch, are you?
All I'm saying is that I don't want to get married in a church.
And I'm saying it's in a church or nothing.
Well, I'm not prepared to compromise.
Do you mean that?
Yes.
Right. Then if that's the way you want it, the wedding's off. Off, off, off.
Good. Great.
I'm glad we agree about something.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
Shortland Street was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.